Now I will show you Edurite way of attacking entrance exam. To handle entrance exam or to perform an entrance exam, you certainly need a very good knowledge of this subject. Nothing can substitute your good knowledge. But in addition, some techniques if you use, you'll be highly successful. Every mark matters. And time is so critical here that if you know some shortcuts, certainly it helps. I don't mean every problem in entrance exam has shortcut, but wherever, whenever available, if you use these shortcuts, you are going to perform much better, and that every mark you take further or every second you save will pay you heavy rewards. Let me illustrate with some of the examples. The first one, I want to show you examples from physics, chemistry, math, and biology. One example where our way of teaching is different from others. I'll read the problem for you. A body at 522 meter height dropped freely. How much time body requires to cover last 261 meter? I have given this problem for many faculty and students to solve. They have taken more than a minute. Okay, so I will give an unpublished shortcut here. I'll give a beautiful shortcut. I cannot say it is not published anywhere in India because I have not read all the books, but I certainly tell you a very powerful technique, which is Edurite way of teaching. Whenever you are talking of time for half the distance, I'll give you a formula. Just check this powerful formula. 58 t square is equal to h, where h is the total height. How I have developed this formula, I will let you know later, but let us use it to solve in few seconds. Whenever we are talking that time for last half is given, that t, the total height is h, you can use this formula. So I will just use here, I want to find time for the last half. The total height is 522 meter. So 58 t square in this case is 522. By going through multiples of 58 tenza is 580, which means this should be surely 9, 1 less. So t square equal to 9, t equal to 3 seconds. In fact, we can solve this problem before body reaches Earth, means well before 3 seconds. I hope everybody understood. Use 58 t square is equal to h, where h is the total height, t is the time required to cover the half of the total distance. Then directly you can get this. This is Edurite way of teaching. I'll show you another problem in physics. Current of 1 ampere enters into 3 parts like this. 3 parallel resistors. This is 60 ohms. And the second part 2 is 15 plus 5, 20 ohms. And part 3 is 10 ohms. Now, yes, are there formula there? As students, you may be knowing when there are 2 branches are there. Okay, when the main current is I, the branch currents are I1 and I2. You know a formula for I1. What is that? Main current into resistance of the other branch, which is other branch here, R2, divided by R1 plus R2. This is what is given in all your books. Firstly, concept-wise, when there are 3 resistors, there are various ways of approaching this problem. I can combine the 2 resistors into 1, and then this becomes very similar to this. That is one way of doing it. Those who have good memory, can also go for advanced formula of this. When 3 resistors are there, I can use this formula. Current in any one branch is main current into product of the other 2 resistances by sum of the resistance taken 2 at a time. So this is a formula which we can derive also for 3 resistors using 2 resistor formula. That is, current I1 in any branch is equal to main current into product of these 2 resistance by R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1. Now, this is how we can do problem in the formal way. But is there a quicker way? I always tell students, everybody tells you, please read the problem correctly. But again, and if you don't follow, please reread the problem. This is what is the advice you get generally in the classrooms. My point is, or our point is, our Edurite way of teaching is, first look at the answers. Okay, 1 ampere is coming. There are 4 answers given. Suppose these are equal resistance, means these are equal. Then the current will divide equally, which means 1 ampere will be divided 1 by 3, that is 0.3. So through 60 ohms then, which is very high resistance, the current should be low, which means the answer should be less than 0.3. There is only one answer less than 0.3, so you can directly tick this and go. If the resistors are equal or of equal value, then 1 ampere divide equally, but then the high resistance part, current should be very low there compared to that. So less than 0.3, there is only one choice. Suppose there are more than one choice less than 0.3, what you do? In that case, anyway, you can do it with this formula. So this is how sometimes choices can tell you what the answer is, So let me take one chemistry, photoelectric. This chapter is common to physics and chemistry. So this is published also in several books, this one. Anyway, I want to show you how you can calculate this in seconds. For an incident light of 5,000 angstroms, if the work function is 1.5 electron volts, the maximum K is. This problem has won, this concept has won or has brought Einstein, Nobel Prize. You know that? This is the photoelectric effect and this is the concept. The energy incident is equal to energy used to, remove the bonds of the electrons to the metal surface, and remaining energy is their kinetic energy. Now, if you do conventional way, it will take more than a minute. So can we do it just orally? Very simple. I can tell you orally the answer is, if it is 5,000, 2.5 minus 1.5, 1 electron volt is the answer. How did I do it? If you change also, I can tell you. Instead of 5,000, suppose I put 4,000. I can tell you answer. That will be roughly 3 minus 1.5. If it is 2,000, that will be 6 minus 1.5. How did I tell that? Very simple. I will tell you a simple way, Edurite way of teaching. Just remember 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody can remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by lambda in angstroms is equal to electron volts. Very powerful formula. Anybody can remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by lambda in angstroms is equal to electron volts. So which means here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5,000 should be your electron volts. That is the incident energy. So now I will make one more approximation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I can write roughly nearly 12,500 by 5,000. I will remove this, so 0 zeros. Then it is nothing but 125 by 50. That is nothing but 2.5. Which means 2.5 is this value. And they have given work function is 1.5. So obviously kinetic energy is 2.5 minus 1.5. That is 1 electron volt. So I think it's very simple. Anybody can remember. Again, I'll repeat. Electron volts is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by lambda in angstroms. Very simple, powerful formula to deal. Let me go to one more chemistry problem. How we teach you at Edurite to approximate quickly. This is a problem based on chemical kinetics. 90% of a first order reaction is completed in 70 minutes. The velocity constant of reaction is. We all know that for first order reaction, K is equal to 0.23 by T into log of A by A minus X, where A is the original concentration, X is consumed, so A minus X is left. Now how to do it quickly is the question. 90% of a first order reaction is completed, means 90% consumed. Out of 100, if you take 100 by 100 minus 90, that is 10. 100 by 10 is nothing but 10 and log 10 is 1. So this part is 1. Now, we only need to find this part. Then K is equal to 0.23. Look at 70 minutes. Don't start dividing. Just see this is 7, this is 23, which means I approximated to 23 as 21. Why? I know it's a multiple of 7. So then move these two decimals, very simple. 7 ones are, and here 7 threes are. So I got the answer here. This it is, sorry, there is a small correction here. It should be 2.3. 2.3. So 2.3 by 70, which means, so, okay, 90% of 90, there is a problem in chemical kinetics. 90% of a first order reaction is completed in 70 minutes. The velocity constant of this reaction is. You know that is the first order chemical kinetics. So the formula is K is equal to 2.3 by T into log of A by A minus X, where A is the original amount, X is consumed. Okay, now how to do this problem quickly, I will illustrate. Okay, 90 here, 90% is completed means consumed is X. So 100 is original, take it. 100 minus 90, that is 100 by 10, that is 10. And log 10, we all know that it is 1. So this part is 1. Now, remaining part, K is equal to 2.3 by T is 70 minutes, which means, see what I do now, I don't start dividing. I'll just write 2.3 as 2.1. Why? No problem. Such approximation you should know. For example, G you should take in CET or in entrance exam, 10 meter per second square. Pi square as 10. So 2.1 by 70, that is 21 by 700. 7 ones are, 7 threes are, 3 by 100, that is 0.03. So simple, I don't have to check other digits. Look at the answer, 0.3, 3.329, 0.03. The answer is 0.03. So obvious, and you could such a quick way. And next one, I would like to do one math problem for you, which is popular in entrance exam. In fact, once it has appeared for IIEEE exam. The length of perpendicular drawn from the point 3, -1, 11 to the line given here. Now, normally, this problem you would have solved such a lengthy way, right? Such a lengthy way. In Edurite, how do we teach? Just see. Very simple. Look at these points. Okay, 3, -1, 11. Look at this equation. Very simple. Whatever is here, see, this is the point. So, this is, just look at these numbers. This I'll write x minus 0 for your reference. And look at here. Okay. Take this point. 3 minus root of 3 minus 2 whole square. Then, this is -1 here. -1 minus 3, just attach a -3 here, and -2 whole square, plus 11 minus 4 minus 3. What it means is whatever coordinate given here, minus this, and write as it is this number. So if it is, say, ABC here, very simple, I'll show you. And here it is, say, x by d is there, x minus c by d, very simple. Root of, start with that. First write this number a, then minus, I told you, just write minus d, and whatever here is you write. Right? And add similarly other two components. You can finish this IIEEE problem in 1 minute. So simple. Now, let me deal one problem which has come for 2011 CET. In a typical heart, if EDV is 120 ml, ESV is 50 ml, the stroke volume is. Look here, stroke volume they are asking and volumes are given. The answer must be ml. The answer can be ml only if you add or subtract. So, this cannot be answered because this will be ml square, 120 ml into 50 ml will be ml square. So, that cannot be the answer. Similarly, ml by ml will be a number. That cannot be answered because answer I want in ml, which means the possible choice are only 1 or 2. So simple. Now you know that stroke when we talk, it is the difference. So 120 minus 50 is 70. I told you how to eliminate 2 out of 4, which is very obvious in this case on many such problems. So you have to look, can I eliminate based on unit? Can I eliminate some absurd answers based on unit or based on dimensions? Okay. Next problem. See, this is again a CET 2011 problem for Karnataka state. This was asked. So, how to eliminate choice or how to arrive at the solution I want to explain. So there are 4 choices given here. You know, it is a tabular column. A is parturition, B is gestation, C is ovulation, D is implantation, E is conception. I already told you, nothing can substitute your knowledge. You need to learn everything. But on exam day, maybe yes, you have forgotten something in the tension. How to attack this problem intelligently? Suppose I have not read much about this. How do I make an intelligent guess? I can just see this parturition. Parting means separating. And if you see here, attachment, release, delivery, duration, formation, stoppage. Out of this, the term connected, parting, separating means delivery of baby from uterus, which means A must be R. Then look for here, A must be R. That is obviously this is the answer. Then suppose there are 2 choices with A with R. Then you can use this technique further. At least you have eliminated 2 choices, which is not a small thing. The answer must lie in next to answer, which means summary is CET or entrance exam. Of course, you need knowledge. You need, in addition to knowledge, you need what is known as wisdom or shrewdness to eliminate the wrong choices. So in Edurite 1, we teach you the concepts, the foundations, fundamentals, plus smart way of attacking this problem and eliminating the wrong choices and arriving at the right answer. So I have given you some examples. This is just a spark of the fire what we have, or the light what we have to offer for you. And again, I welcome all of you to join Edurite 1 program, where we teach hundreds of techniques like this for you, for your betterment, and for you reaching your destination by getting the best scores in the entrance exam. Thank you very much.